Hello, America. I'm just an old soldier, and I'm announcing my candidacy for President of the United States. But I thought this might be a fun way to talk about issues. So, over the next few weeks, I'll be going over issue by issue and talking about my perspective on things. I guess we could start right out with one issue right off: terrorism. We must take a strong stance against terrorism. As president, I would cease all funding related to protection money for Muslims. If you harbor terrorism, you will get no money from the United States of America. If you are a bank and you are holding money that belongs to a terrorist, if you do not fork it over, your bank will be blown up. And I'm deadly serious about this. The borders. If you lock your house, then you have no right complaining about having a closed border. Certainly, we must have ways to get good people into the United States. But that doesn't mean we have to let drug dealers and murderers and everybody else, and terrorists for that matter, coming into the United States. As far as amnesty goes, sure. If you're living in the United States and you have not committed a crime, you can stay. But that means also identity theft. If you have stolen somebody's identity, you're gone. It's as simple as that. But if you come here and you haven't stolen anybody's identity, then how are you working? Or how are you getting on SSI or whatever other programs? I guess that's a good way to start things off. On the economy. Now, somebody asked me a question, and they said, now who's right? The Democratic policies or Republican policies? To which I replied, yes. What do you mean by that? Well, because of the ebb and flow and the way people invest their money, it's good to have a swing back and forth between the right and the left. So when it comes to financial policies, yes, it's good to have tax policies in place that favor the rich for a while. And then it's good to have tax policies that don't favor the rich for a while, because it forces the rich to invest their money in different places. And it's that ebb and flow back and forth from right to left that allows our economy to grow, which is why in the past 200 years our economy has grown to the point where we're the greatest country in the world. It's that reason. It's not because this Republican policy or this Democratic policy. It's the swing back and forth that has allowed this country to grow. Now, I've seen lately that there seems to be a greater push to the left. In other words, the center is no longer the center. The center is slightly left now. So anybody that's actually on the right is seen to the far right. So we need to move to the center. If we want to keep this country strong, we need to move to the center. We can't have too many people on welfare, and we can't employ everybody. But there has to be balance. The same thing with unions and big business. If unions have too much power, then the business will fall. If the big business has too much power, then the workers will suffer. So you got to have balance in everything. You cannot swing way over this way or way over this way and expect to do well. We must have a strong military. I want our military to be the strongest in the world. I don't care if every other country is a dirt poor third world country. I still want our country to be the most powerful military in the world. I want people to shiver when they think about trying to invade the United States. Gun control. On gun control, I want there to always be a Cold War, government versus the people. That way, the government can never have too much power and just take over everything. If you look at the different countries over the world that have imposed gun control, it wasn't very long before they was locking up and executing dissidents. Alright? I just do not want that crap here. Alright? Muslims. While not all Muslims are terrorists, right now, all terrorists are Muslims. So, get it through your thick head, liberals, that we're dealing with a real bad problem. And there's no easy solutions. But we have to take a look at it. And when the proclivity is that most Muslims outside of the United States view Israel, our close ally, and the United States as enemies. When they talk about us normally in Palestine, Iraq, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, all those Muslim countries, they talk about us as enemies. They don't talk about us as allies. Now, they are allies as far as, yeah, they're getting money from us, but they are not our allies. So make no mistake about that. They view us as an enemy. And the only way to protect against an enemy is to have a strong presence. A country that does not defend its borders shall be named by its enemies. It's as simple as that. Alright, that's probably enough for now, even though I've got 2.5 more minutes I could use. I'll see you, America, and God bless you.